Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's session, Redefining Customer Service Excellence with Enterprise AI Search. I'd like to also extend a warm welcome to all of you joining us from different time zones around the world. I'm Lim from Think Free, representing the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region. I serve as the head of sales here at Think Free, specifically focused on the EMEA market. ThinkFree is a software company based in South Korea, creating innovative tools that help businesses work smarter and get more done. In preparing for today's webinar, I've had some insightful conversations, especially in the area of customer service, which I'd like to share with you today while we cover today's exciting topic, how AI can power service excellence. So let's jump right in. So, AI, literally everybody is talking about AI. Governments, businesses, media, everyone. But for ordinary people, when they say AI, not in the business world, but for the consumer world, most people instinctively just think of ChatGPT, right? The generative conversational component of AI. And of course, ChatGPT is really transforming the way we work. From business operations, human resources to marketing, it truly is significantly boosting our productivity in daily work. It helps us start drafting, does the tedious job for us, like making meeting notes. And out of all the possible industry applications, we're going to dive in specifically into the customer service domain. So, customer service is actually one of the most active domains where they are rapidly adopting AI into their work, like AI chatbots summing up FAQs. But in the end, all of those are just still tossed to the human, the actual customer service representatives, because it cannot handle emotional parts, resolve conflict, or soothe clients throughout the sensitive conversations. And I'm sure all companies want to deliver a better service experience, but replacing every aspect into autonomous agents and AI, that's something that they have to think about. As a business, you have to consider the trust, safety, and security issues. For example, how are you going to mitigate against hallucinations that could put your brand at risk? Furthermore, enterprise AI is going to need access to your proprietary customer data that may be trapped across different applications, warehouses, data links within the organization. So, in the end, we all need humans, the real customer service representatives. So, the question should now be, how can we help them leverage the power of AI in customer service? So that's where the concept of enterprise AI search comes in. It's a custom search tool for enterprises, providing AI powered answers based on enterprise created data only. Let me demonstrate the details of how a customer service representative can utilize an enterprise AI search with Refinder. So, we're going to show you a demo of how a customer representative works without an enterprise AI search like Refinder. And then afterwards, we're going to contrast how things gets much easier after using such tools.
Here's an example of a typical agent's day without an AI search like Refinder. Seems like a customer reached out asking for a refund. They've kindly included the order number in their message. Now the agent needs to dig through multiple systems. First, they open Jira to check if the items were actually returned. So they click in and find out that the OMS team has left a comment. Seems like the OMS team has found an item that was returned damaged on the neck area. So, what now? Does the customer get a full refund? Well, to find out, the agent has to jump in and cross check with the vendor's return and refund policy. He scrolls down the Notion page and finds the actual right section that outlines what to do in such cases. Seems like we can offer a free exchange but no refund. It's a lot of tool switching, information chasing, just to find a few key answers, not to mention how time consuming it is to do all the reading. So, here's what happens when they use Refinder instead. Same situation. The agent simply asks Refinder, including the order number, and requests to check the vendor's policy. Refinder quickly pulls in the latest Jira updates, showing that one of the items was returned in damaged condition. At the same time, it fetches the relevant section from Notion, clarifying if, in this case, the customer is eligible for a full or partial refund. With everything pulled together in one place, the agent has exactly what they need right at their fingertips. No more searching, no more reading, no more tool hopping. Just clear, immediate answers. And with that all information, it's just easy. They write the answers for the customer and just simply send the reply. So, how is this all possible? We're going to tell you a little bit about Refinder. This is because an enterprise AI search like Refinder has already synced up with all of the information from various sources that the agent needs for his or her job.
So this time, now we're going to look at a different situation where it's a fight back situation where the customer service representative has to keep the customer on board, not just helping them get a refund or something, but is actually part of the sales. So let's have a different look at the demo now.
Now let's switch gears to a software as a service subscription case where the customer could be either B2B or B2C. The user subscribed for a year but wants to cancel and get a refund. Let's check his email, go through Jira, and let's see how long he's been subscribing. So on Jira, okay, we found him. The ticket says it's logged in Jira as well, and it seems like he started his subscription on January 1st, which is like 6 months throughout his annual plan only. And we're going through Notion to see if we can offer him something to keep him on board. So, refund policy, plan changes, retention offers. Okay, this is good, but I think I need a bit more strategic approach. I remember that there's a strategy documents, and this case falls into case 5. So I want to go through case 5, how I offer him step 1, step 2, in case they don't accept the first offer. Okay, so imagine the learning curve the agent has to go through. She has to go through Jira, Notion, and then finally find that Google spreadsheet. Let's see how this can be simplified with Finder. So the same situation where the annual subscriber wants a refund. Instead of going through Jira, Notion, and Google Drive and finally landing to Google Spreadsheet where they have the retention strategies for each case, I just have to type in the question I wanted to ask. So an annual user of Pixora wants to get a refund because the project is finished and no longer needs it. I made a typo, but you'll be smart enough to find out what I meant. What are the retention offers and what do I offer first? Then Refinder performs a search and carefully goes through all the relevant materials and spits out what I have to tell the customer. I have to tell them to pause and resume the plan. Now I just need to write the response. Simple.
So, as you can see from those two demo scenarios, those were just simplified environments. But in the real world, the customer service representative has to go through so much more. I've been speaking to one of them, and it's amazing how they manage to multitasks through all of those smartphones. So just for customer communication alone, they have soft phones, which is like online PC phones, and hard phone support systems. They have to go through social media and chat channels to manage. They also have to take care of the quality of chatbots and respond through the email. And if the vendor also accepts inquiries from their websites, they also have to check there. So that's like around 5 software tools for the customer communication alone. And that's all on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, the other ones, the 5 to 6 tools, are the CRM, the OMS, in order to solve the customer's problem. So, research also shows that an average customer service representative uses like 11 software apps per day. Do you remember the demo where the customer service representative had to keep on multitasking across through multiple screens, constantly switching from one tool to the next? That's around 1.8 hours per day. So that slows down response time, and that data just keeps on growing and growing. As a result, the focus is shifted away from actually solving the customer's issue and more on finding the correct system or software that holds the information. But it's not entirely the individual's fault. It's a challenge for the company as well. As many of you may know, bringing a new agent on board isn't just about introducing them to the company. It's a process that requires teaching them the fundamentals of the job, from customer interaction protocols, understanding product knowledge, and getting comfortable with the various software tools that they'll be using. But even after this intensive training, there's no guarantee they'll stick around. In fact, the industry's average agent tenure is only about 1 year, which is shocking. That means the experienced agents leave, then the start cycle just has to start all over again. So the company is continually investing in the same training processes with few seasoned few seasons customer service reps and remaining to pass on their knowledge. So, an enterprise AI search like Refinder is the one that helps you overcome both of those individual and company's challenge. So, for the customer service representatives, it brings all your tools together in one centralized platform. It eliminates the need to switch between systems and cutting down the time spent searching. No matter how much the data grows, the agents just has to stay focused on the information that truly matters, solving the customer's problem. Once the burden is lifted off the customer service reps, the benefits extend to the entire company. Since they only need to learn how to use Refinder, that's like 5 to 6 fewer tools to master, significantly reducing onboarding and training time. And with high turnover becoming a common challenge in customer service, there's no need to worry. Even when the customer service representatives leave, the knowledge will just stay. So, thanks to an enterprise AI search tool like Refinder, we're able to quickly manage access to relevant data, find consistent and accurate results. It's a personalized response for the customer service representative, and it helps them resolve things faster. Yet, implementing such tool, a tailorized enterprise search solution can often be challenging. It usually requires a lot of work and commitment from the user, but with Refinder, that heavy lifting is taken care of for both the agent and the company. So once the user just creates a Refinder account, it is granted management access by connecting to specific data sources that they have access to. So, like Google Drive, Jira, email. If they're given all of those sources, they just have to grant access to those documents or data sources, and Refinder will start building the foundational data vectors that powers its unique search system. Based on each user's permissions, Refinder crawls and indexes relevant data file and making it fully searchable. This ensures that only authorized enterprise data is collected, keeping everything secure and compliant while connecting the user to the right sources at the right time. So I'd like to call out and encourage you to try an enterprise AI search. There are others, but try using Refinder. For our attendees who took the time to join today's call, we're offering a priority pass level account where you'll benefit from the full features of Refinder, early access to future advancements. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to reach out to the Refinder team so we can help you throughout the adoption journey. Okay, that was it, folks. Lastly, I just really want to say a big thank you to all of the guests who made the time to attend. I hope you found the session worthwhile. Let us know your feedback on the webinar survey. We'll be sending you throughout the email. Our teams will be excited to jump in and support you with any questions or ideas sparked by today's conversations. Thank you and have a great rest of the day.